All right. Hello, sisters. Here we are. We are beginning the last and final free program that I have ever offered before. Here we are. Sorry about that. This is called The Illusions of Emotional Eating. So for those of you who don't know, I just recorded a video over on my Wildly Alive page about the doors to Wildly Alive closing and kicking off the farewell tour. So if you have no idea what that is about and you want to learn more about that, then the video is pinned to the very top of this group where you can learn more about what this farewell tour is in this last and final free experience that I am offering ever. This is it. This is your time to really jump in if you are wanting to be someone to learn about how to master eating your eating, I guess, in this particular masterclass with me. And so I've ran these free challenges, masterclass programs. I've ran over 50 of them in the last 13 years, and this is going to be the very last one. And we're talking about something that is my most favorite thing to talk about, which is emotional mastery. So much of the reason why we struggle with emotional eating is because of a lack of emotional mastery. And I'm going to teach this to you through the lens of illusions. So as you're coming on, say hi. I'm going to have to pull up the group here to be able to see comments because I can't actually see it because I'm on Zoom. Clearly, I'm on Zoom. So I'm just going to go over there and see. Make sure I'm live. Okay. Yes, okay. Wildly Alive Martha. Mentor Martha is here. Okay. Yay. Hello, Kay. Okay, so I will have the comments here so I can, actually I'm going to put them up on my phone, and then we are going to officially kind of get started here. Let me go into playground group. All right. So yeah, as you're coming on, say hello. Don't be a creepy neighbor. We are kicking this thing off right away after just recording an incredibly emotional video about closing the doors to Wildly Alive. So it's quite wild. Hello, Sheila. So glad to have you ladies here. Hello, Jen. So great. So, okay, I'm going to shift this image really quick, and we're going to start talking about this masterclass and illusions and what you're going to learn and what the type of change that you can create within this free masterclass. So I'm going to bring up an illusion here. Okay, here we go. And we're going to talk about what is illusions. What are illusions through the lens of emotional eating, right? What is this all about? So let me get a little drink of water. I really wish that you could see your relationship with food the way that I see it, because you would be so relieved. There'd be such little drama around your relationship with food. And you would see that, yes, it can be easy. And I speak from experience here because I had an incredibly dysfunctional relationship with food. I was really trained in this way with diet culture that it was something that we needed to strategize, right? How many of you can agree with that? Is you at one point, if now or in the past, felt like the only way to have a healthy relationship with food is to be in some sort of strategy, having a good food list, having a bad food list, counting calories, right? Pick your poison. Which one did you do? Did you have meal plans, right? Or, just there are so many different crazy things, like thinking that we are like intermittent fasting. And I understand that some of you may be intermittent fasting now, but I just ask that you kind of hear me out as I kind of talk about this, because your relationship with food can be one of ease. It can be one where you're not really even thinking about it. So what I like to relate it to is your relationship with brushing your teeth. I know this is really annoying for you. Like, it cannot be that easy. But this is how a healthy relationship with food really exists, is I only think about my relationship with food when I am getting ready to interact with it. Just like when you're thinking about brushing your teeth, when you're going to brush your teeth, you think about it moments before. That's it. You don't think about it all throughout the day. You don't think, should I use that toothbrush, or maybe I should use that toothpaste, or what should I do like maybe later, or maybe I should. You don't think that way about brushing your teeth. That's how your relationship with food should be. You should think about it that often. Now, we brush our teeth twice a day. We eat more than often. So, take it for what it is. You understand what I'm saying. But you should not be thinking about food all throughout your day. And when we wake up, we start to go into strategy. When we think about, should we go out to lunch, or maybe we shouldn't, or maybe I'll work out later if I eat that burger at the burger restaurant, or maybe I should have I shouldn't have the margarita. I don't know, like that all is strategy that is robbing you of so much of your life. And so so it's really what I want to teach you is to see your relationship with food differently throughout this illusion series. If you could think of one word that you would like your relationship with food to be, what would that one word, one emotion, what would that one emotion or word be? Let me see here. Let me turn this down so I can see the live comments. Am I going to be able to see live comments? Counting calories, right. This is kind of weird watching this. Let me see. Oh, okay. Healthy. Okay. If we could just cast a net into the future, telling the universe the way that we would like to have our relationship with food be, what would it be? Simple. Nourishment. Right. One of it is like simply, I just want it to be about nourishment. That's so good. The thing about how we view things is we miss things. We don't see the whole picture. If we look at it from a certain angle, it looks different, just like this picture, right? Really look at this picture. At first glance, it's not what it really is when you take time to look at all the different areas of it. If you lean back, it looks different. If you kind of blur your eyes and open the lens a little bit, it looks different than when you zoom in. But we've been taught to see food and how we eat for something that it's truly not. It's just about shifting your perspective. It's just about helping you see it from a different perspective. Because when we are taught a disempowered way to navigate food, it costs us time, it costs us energy, and it costs us a hell of a lot of suffering that does not need to be in place. Right? There are times when like the truth is like right in front of you, like it could bite you, like the glass in your face, or the ketchup bottle when you're in the refrigerator looking for the ketchup and the ketchup is like right there, right? Or the phone pressed up against your ear when you're like, where's my phone at? I don't know where my phone is, right? Sometimes the truth is so close to you, it could bite you in the face, but you don't really see it. So as we go through this illusion series, that is my hope, that this illusion starts to fade away around your relationship with food, and you start to see, oh, it was right there all along. All I had to do is shift my view. All I had to do was dismantle the illusion, and I saw it for what it really is. Because that's the thing about illusions, is once you see it for what it really is, right? Like think about a magician. Once you find out how the trick is done, it's different. You can't unsee it. So what I ask is that you, as you are here, you are open. You are open to understanding that you maybe got so much wrong. Are you willing to be wrong about your relationship with food? We're going to actually talk about this a little bit more in one of the illusions, but for right now, as we kick this off, I think it's really important that you open yourself up to the idea that you could be wrong. My life completely changed when I got my ego out of the way and I was willing to say that I could be wrong. Because we want to stand in our self-righteousness, right? We want to say, no, I have tried everything. You don't understand, Nicole. My relationship with food is, this is just what it is. This is just how it is. I will always be someone who's broken. I will never figure out an easy way to have. I've tried it all. So you can be right in that, or you can choose, am I willing to be wrong? Are you willing to be wrong? If you're willing to be wrong, put I am willing to be wrong in the comments. Because I'm going to blow open your mind. But I'm not going to be able to do that if you are stuck in your self-righteousness of, I guess I'll listen, but it's just not going to happen for me. It's not going to change for me. Your belief systems are based on false realities based on these illusions. These illusions are creating false realities. And then it's molding in your belief system is pushing forward this illusion, and it's just all getting wrapped up. Yes, willing to be wrong. I'm definitely willing to be wrong. So when we start dismantling all that, they lose all their power. They lose all of their power. We're going to have so much fun learning about these illusions. Putting together this final masterclass has been such a joy for me. We're going to laugh, we're going to cry, we're going to feel all the emotions as we go through this, because we're going to be really diving into, like I have talked about this, is a woman's relationship with food is really the area where I feel like she is the most disempowered. This is where she feels like, oh no, I can't control myself around the chocolate. I just can't buy the chocolate, right? I can't buy the chocolate. I just can't have it in the house. No, I can't have it in the house. I can't have the peanut butter and chocolate, for sure not. No, I can't have the chips. I just don't buy them. No, I don't go to barbecues anymore because I just can't control myself around the food. So I just don't go to the barbecues anymore. Is this really how we want to live our lives, ladies? Running from foods that we feel like have more power over us? Is this how we want to live? Or do we want to learn how to navigate the emotions that food brings up and finally be in control? What was your food? Chocolate and peanut butter for me, and cereal. Like certain cereals, I felt like I could not just keep in the house. Oreos. I at one point told Zach that he has to stop buying Oreos. And he was like, why? And I was like, well, I can't stop eating them. And he was like, well, that's your problem. That's not mine. And he was right. I needed to do the inner work to figure out why I can't control myself around the Oreos. He should be able to buy Oreos. I don't need to hide them. And then I was like, oh, I'll just put them in the shelf, above the fridge so then I don't see them. No, that's not how this works. That's not true freedom, right? So I know I want to be able to go wherever without fear, right? Cookies, chips, and candies, right? Okay, so a little bit about this illusion experience. So I have 8 illusions. I'm actually going to get into illusion number 1 today, right now, after I get through some of this housekeeping, so you can get an understanding of what the illusions are going to kind of look like, and it's also going to hold the context for the entire masterclass. Okay, so over the next 11 days, August 31st will be the last illusion. Illusion number 8 will land on August 31st. I will randomly go live. I know this is really frustrating for some of you, and I totally respect that. Your feelings are valid, but this is the best way for me to be able to navigate this. My life is nutso right now, and being able to schedule things sometimes it just doesn't work out. So for me, I am just going to randomly go live in the playground group with an illusion. Each illusion will last, I'm going to try to stick to 20 minutes. I've tried to run bigger master classes before where we had hour-long lives, and that just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And so it has been a really beautiful way of kind of figuring out meeting you and meeting myself at the same time. So we're going to have 8 illusions. The last illusion is going to be on August 31st. So over the course of the next 11 days, I am randomly going to show up live in this playground group. Now, if you want to be able to catch me live, you can turn the notifications on. So I'm just going to share with you how to do this really quick, which is this is why I'm on Zoom right now, so I can show you this kind of stuff. So if you are on your phone, if you are on your phone, you're on Facebook, right? Down at the bottom is groups. So, and then your groups are here at the top. I have to go to a group that I'm not a moderator for. So you go into the group, this is the playground group, and see where it says joined, it's gray. It has a little arrow down, you press that, and then you press manage notifications. And then I don't know what this chat thing is, but you would go to posts. And then for at least right now, during this masterclass, if you want to be able to catch me live, you click all posts at the top. If after that you want to go to another setting, that's totally fine. But if you really desire to show up with me live, then these notifications, it will show up right away. It'll say Nicole is live in the playground group. Okay. That is also possible on to do on your desktop, but that seems to be the easiest way for me, honestly. So I'm going to randomly show up live. If you miss it, no big deal. Okay. All the replays will show up in the guide section. All right. So you can go to the guide section. There will be an illusions tab in there and you can check out all of the illusions. The other thing is that, as I said in that video about closing the doors to Wildly Alive, I am running a farewell tour, going to teach all of the classes within the Wildly Alive membership one more time. So this is also an opportunity for you to jump into the Wildly Alive membership and join me live in my energy. I'm going to teach the classes one more time and really go through this work with me together. Okay, so if you join the Wildly Alive membership by August 31st, then you will get 20% off. So right now the price is $111 a month. You can quit anytime at that price. If you end up staying for an entire year and go through all the classes with me, you will get lifetime access. Or you can pay in full $1,111 and you'll get lifetime access to all of the classes forever. These last and final ones that I'm teaching, like this is when there's going to be heart and soul pulsing through this membership. This is when I'm really going to be here sharing it all, knowing that this is the final footprint. This is the last time that I'm teaching this class, so I'm putting it all out on the table. And if you join before August 31st, you get 20% off with the coupon code ILLUSIONS. Okay, ILLUSIONS is the coupon code. So just know that that's possible for you if you are wanting to jump in, if you're really enjoying this, if you've been kind of sitting on the fence and been like, I'll do that thing. I like Nicole. I like Wildly Alive. I'll do it later. Well, later is now. Now is the time. If you want to have a healthier relationship with your body, food, and exercise, and you want to learn through me in a respectful way with somebody who has wiped the slate clean of these things. I had a terrible relationship with my body, food, and exercise, and I am no longer that person. It is no longer a struggle for me. If you want to learn from somebody who has walked that path and do it in a way that feels good, the Wildly Alive membership is the place to be. And that's where all of my energy is going to be over this next year. And as I start to figure out what is next for me, but I know that I will not be teaching this for sure. So you can go to wildlyalive.com/membership at any time throughout the Illusion series and just use the coupon code ILLUSIONS to get 20% off. Okay. And then on September 5th, I'm going to go live and I'm going to tell you everything about the membership. If you feel like you need information about what each class has to offer and what you kind of want to do, things like that, you need more information about the membership, that's totally cool. I will go live here in the Playground group on September 5th, and I will just share everything about the membership if you have questions. But we do have Wildly Alive mentors. So as we're going through the Illusion series, if you see somebody's profile that says Wildly Alive mentor, feel free to ask them questions. The mentors are your support system here. They are your cheerleaders here through this journey. You might have some questions about emotional mastery. You might have some questions about the Illusion series. You might have questions about the membership. You might have questions. The mentors are a really great resource for you. There are women just like you who went through this work and now they love it so much. They created so much change in their lives that they want to teach it and help support other women going through this journey as well. So anytime you see Wildly Alive mentor on their name and you're feeling called to them, you are more than welcome to send them a Facebook message, to reply to their comments. If you want to have a personal conversation, obviously the Facebook message option is probably the best, but they are here throughout this entire series to support you and your questions and your ahas and what has been coming up for you. And if if the Wildly Alive membership is a good fit for you or not. And I understand that it's not a good fit for everyone. I can totally respect that. But they're really a great resource. Okay, does that all sound good? Hi, Karen. Hi, Shannon. I was just going to ask that, so thank you for reading my mind. Oh, about the replay. Yep, all in the guide section. Yep. Okay. So let's get started with our first illusion. The first illusion. Okay, here we go. Let's like bring up the picture of the illusion. This might not surprise you, actually. What are we looking at here? So this is going to hold the context for this entire masterclass, the iceberg. And the illusion is what I see is all there is. What I see is all there is. So when we think about our relationship with food, we think that that's it, right? Like when I don't know if any of you have seen an iceberg or you've come up against an iceberg. My brother lives in Alaska and they're everywhere. But at first glance, it looks like this tiny little simple piece of ice floating on the water. That's it. Right there, you see it. That's all you see. But then over time, just like the Titanic running into the iceberg, it's not even 10% of what we see. So when we experience our relationship with food, we think that it is what it is at first glance, and this is all it is. But I'm here to show you throughout this illusion series that there is a much bigger piece, a deeper piece, the biggest piece. The piece that you do not see is the biggest piece. Put that in the comments. The piece that I do not see is the biggest piece. I mean, that right there can really help you understand the complexity of what we're going to really talk about here and your relationship with food, right? Because this has happened in our life where we think that we see something and then at a different glance, or say we hear something, we hear a piece of a conversation and we like get super offended, and then we realize, oh wait, we didn't get the full picture. Oh wait, that's not what you were saying. Or the way that you looked at something was casting a shadow, and then all of a sudden you saw it and you're like, oh gosh, that I thought that was something totally different than what it is, right? That's how you view food, the tip of the iceberg. But below the surface is so much more than what we know and understand in this very moment. It's the biggest piece under the water. Not only can you see it, you can't see it, but it's the biggest piece, right? The piece that I do not see is the biggest piece. It's the biggest piece. So before I go on, I want you to know that I believe you. I understand that your relationship with food has been really hard and complex and impossible and hopeless. Your feelings are so valid. That is your reality, and I want to fully validate that, okay? I'm not here to tell you that what you've gone through with your relationship with food is not hard or is not real, because it is real. I had such a dysfunctional relationship with food. I obsessed about it. I really didn't even know there was a different way. I didn't even see it. I had no idea. And that's why I want to teach this to you, because I wish so badly somebody would have taught this to me when I was walking around with my little tiny notebooks, counting calories, getting mad at my body when it was hungry, feeling proud when I would get mad at my body when I was feeling hungry. I felt disgusted when I was full. Like everything around food just felt like so stressful. It was so freaking stressful. And now my relationship with food is just easy. There's no drama. I go out to eat. I go to barbecues. I drink margaritas. I eat pizza. I drink wine. And I also really like to eat healthy. It makes me feel really good. I know how to navigate food in a way that is very realistic and is all based in moderation and what feels best for me. So as we start to kind of peel back these layers, we have to understand that what we have been taught around food is just the tip of the iceberg. So what I want to do with you in the next 11 days is really show you what's below the surface. This is the context of all the illusions of this entire masterclass. Because when I was knee deep in it, I didn't see it. I didn't see a different way. I didn't see what was underneath the surface. I thought it was just one way. It was just one way. And even if it killed me, I was going to figure out that one way, because this is the way. And really, when I think about it, that way was just like so stressful. If it was like cleansing or calorie counting or good food, bad food lists or meal plans or whatever, it was all just based in strategy. It was like what I could see is all there was. It was showing up all around me, right? So it's like there's a part of you that's like, well, how can there be an easier way? This is the only way I see. This is what my mom's doing. This is what my friends are doing. This is what I'm seeing all over the internet, right? But you have to trust that there is a different way. And you're like, but where? Where is the different way? Where's it at? It's where you can't see. It's where you can't see. Okay, well then how am I supposed to access it? How am I supposed to see it? Well, you have to trust. You have to have an open mind and an open heart that there could be a different way. Like, okay, I trust. Now, where is it? Let me see it. Where's it at? Where's this easier way? Where you can't see. It's where you can't see, but you have to trust. You have to trust that there is something below the surface that you are not seeing. And this is where we get stuck because when it comes to trust, we're like, okay, well, I need proof. I need proof that this will work for me. How many of you feel that way? I need proof that this is going to work for me. That's not rooted in trust. That's the illusion. The illusion is that I need proof that this way is going to work for me, and then I will believe it. You have to believe, as we are stepping into this masterclass, that there is a different way for you. And you might not be able to see it right now. And there might not be proof for you right now. But just like you are looking at that iceberg and you're looking at all that big chunk of ice underneath, it's there. The possibility of you changing your relationship with food, it's possible, but you might not see it right now. Do you trust? Do you trust that this could work for you? That it is possible for you? That you maybe have been buying into the illusion that this was it? That this was the only way? When you believe it, you will see it. Yes, exactly. And when we're grappling with trust, this is really mind-blowing to me because I talk about trust a lot. When we're grappling with trust, and you don't trust when you need to trust, the only way to start feeling a little bit of trust is start questioning your belief system about not being able to trust it. You have to start questioning your beliefs. There's way more to life than what we see and what we think. We have to start to believe beyond the illusion of what we can see with our relationship with food in this moment. What if there is an easier way? And what if it will work for you? How would you act? This is a big question. How would you act if you knew without a shadow of a doubt that eating healthy and in alignment for your body was possible for you? And you were going to get it. It was going to happen. If you knew that, if I could prove that to you, that it was on its way to you right now, that you were going to be a person who had a healthy relationship with food, who did not feel disempowered around food, who did not feel like they can't control themselves around food, that you could navigate a barbecue fully in your power, choosing the foods that feel best for you and leaving the rest. What if I could guarantee that? How would you act today? How would you feel today? And how would you think today? Because that is who we need to start aligning to now. How would you act? How would you feel? And how would you think if you knew that this struggle was going to be a thing of the past? I have been coaching women with their relationship with food, their body, and exercise for almost 17 years. I would do a happy dance. I would feel confident. Yes, exactly. How would you navigate dinner tonight? How would you navigate breakfast tomorrow? How would you navigate lunch? Like, how would you navigate food if you knew the next time you're tempted with some sort of food, how would you navigate that? The next time you see your forbidden food right in front of you, how would you navigate that? If you knew that you were going to be somebody who is empowered in this moment. So I've been coaching women for over 17 years. And the biggest thing that sets apart those who succeed and those who fail is their ability to perceive and not throw in the towel when they were afraid it wouldn't happen for them. It was their ability to persevere, and not throw in the towel when they were afraid it wasn't going to happen for them. When they had these moments of fear, what if this doesn't happen for me? They did not completely self-destruct. They got up and they kept going. After they've had a binge and they feel like, oh, it's never going to happen for me. Maybe they have a bad night, but they get up and they persevere. This is what we call your bounce back muscle. To keep going even though you don't see the proof right in front of your face. We're going to keep practicing this bounce back muscle all throughout this masterclass, strengthening it, persevering when our mind wants to play games with us, when we start to believe in these illusions. This is going to make a lot more sense as we start to talk about more illusions. But you're going to be tempted. You're going to be tempted to believe a false reality. And the thing that is going to set you apart from those who are going to fall off and quit is to continue moving forward, even if you're not doing this perfectly, even if you're believing that it's not going to happen for you. You have to become unavailable to the illusions as you learn them. You have to say, I see you. I see you. And I'm not going to believe that anymore. Somebody taught you your way, your relationship with food. And somebody taught you through their view. Right? The way that your mom viewed food, the way that your grandmother viewed food, they taught you all of that. It's time to glitch the matrix, glitch the system like a computer glitching. We need to glitch it because you've surrounded yourself with people with similar stories. You ask your mom, right? You ask your mom, your dad, your school friends, everybody has a very similar kind of, I can't eat bread, I'm counting calories. But when you step outside of your box, you start to find women who have found success in this area, like the Wildly Alive mentors, like the Wildly Alive sisters who are in the membership right now. And they will tell you, there is so much you don't even understand. There is so much you don't even see. And I wish I could just give it to you all right now, but you have to just stay plugged in, keep focused, and trust. Because they were just like you. And now their relationship with food looks way different. Their feelings towards the food are way different. Their confidence around the food is way different. We're talking about the path to freedom in this illusion series. Eating healthy without drama is where we're going, without strategy, in a way that feels really empowering to you. Amen. Amen. So that is where we're going to be going in this illusion series. This was illusion number 1. We have 7 more to go. And I am so excited to share with you these illusions. They're going to be so fun. And again, Once you see it, you can't unsee it. You're going to start being able to step back and witness your behaviors and call them out and shift them and change your reality to be different. Because that's why you hire a coach, and that's why you're here. And I'm here to create change for you. So, preach, sister. All right, here we go. We are starting. I will randomly go live. Just be ready for that whenever. Turn your notifications on. And we are going to kick this thing off. I am so excited to do this farewell tour with you here. And I would love to continue with you in the Wildly Alive membership. It's just going to be an amazing last year. So stoked. I will see you in the next illusion whenever I happen to go live, probably in the next day or two. All right? For now, what I would love for you to think about is your rightness around your relationship with food. Your rightness, meaning this need to be right about this is just what it is. This is how it is. I just can't eat that, or I just have to do that, or I just can't do that, or I just, like these belief systems that are so tightly bound up in your mind. And I want you to recognize them. And I also want you to just pose a question of, is that really true? Could it be different? Could we shift that? Just ponder. Open up the belief that maybe it could be a little different this time. You got to have that sliver of hope. All right. I will see you in the next live. When in doubt, ask your body. Bye.